Hi, folks. So now that we've had our heat pump installed and we're enjoying the heat or the cooling from our heat pump, let's talk about what it's going to take to keep it running like a top. And hopefully your contractor has talked to you about this, and you've picked a contractor that will service and maintain your unit. You look behind me, this is kind of what it means to get into an indoor high wall ducted mini split and clean it. As you can see, it's changing the filters is a good idea. You have to do that, but it's not going to take care of everything eventually. And I would say every 1 to 2 years, professional cleaning is going to be needed. So if your contractor is talking to you about that, he should be talking to you about the cost of that cleaning and service. We're looking, from what I can tell out there in the field, we're looking at somewhere between around $200 for this service. So let's add that $200 every year or 2 years into the cost of ownership of this heat pump. Also, these heat pumps are warranted for a number of years. We talked about this 6 to 10 years, but most of the time the labor is not included. So we really need to budget some money in the cost of this heat pump for potential problems and service. So your contractor should be providing you with a labor dollar amount or a flat rate on service, and that needs to be added to the cost of the heat pump. So I'm going to show you a few pictures of what can happen and what it means to clean these heat pumps. So here we have a system that's set up with a bag. This is by Speed Clean, actually. There are a few manufacturers that offer this equipment. So this setup with this bib is put onto the indoor unit. Now this is probably going to be a sheetrock wall here. You may have furniture below. So this is going to have, the furniture is going to have to be moved. You have to be very careful not to damage any woodwork or any furniture or any flooring or any sheetrock walls, especially while this process is being done. That's why this needs to be done by a professional, either a professional cleaning company. There are a couple out there, and I note it here. WeCleanHeatPumps.com is out there. Angie.com is out there. Stanley Steamer actually offers duct cleaning. So if your contractors, if you're out there and you don't have a contractor that is already giving you a price on maintaining and cleaning this unit, where you're going to have to look elsewhere to find someone, unless you can call that contractor back, or another contractor in town that would be willing to provide this service for you. This unit is going to have to be cleaned and taken apart before it's cleaned, actually. At this point here, probably the blower motor, which is what you can see right here. And this is what this can eventually look like when you start talking about, especially in the cooling season, where we have dark, damp areas that are very cool and a lot of condensation from the coil. This is potentially what your blower could look like in a couple of years, depending on the environment that it's in, especially in a commercial situation. And this is what it should look like after it's cleaned. And this has to be removed, which is a process that takes some time, because you're removing the units, all the front facade of this unit. You're taking out the blower wheel. Those things you would take outside and spray down outside. But this in here, this is a system where you're spraying that coil, and all this water is either going into this bib here, and also it's going out of the condensate drain outdoors. Typically, what the contractor will do is hook up a wet vac station outdoors at the condensate line. So we have pressure with that moisture leaving the system quickly and going out into the wet vac. When we come to so this is a process that's going to take a while, and then this has to all be put back together. The outdoor unit also has to be cleaned. Now, depending on where your outdoor unit is, it has to be cleaned too, because there's plenty of dirt outside, even more so than indoors. So this is going to have to be done on a regular basis. I would say every couple of years. And that's why this little package of cleaning the indoor and the outdoor unit is something that's not going to be done by the average homeowner. So this is what it takes. We're taking that blower motor out of here. So you need somebody with some technical expertise in order to be able to take this blower out. Most manufacturers have a set of diagrams that they can use, contractors can use. A lot of these contractors, if you get the right installer, will have gone to the manufacturer for schooling and know exactly how to take these apart in the quickest way possible. But this is what your blower unit can look like before and after. And we want to get to this after. We want to maintain this equipment so that it's operating properly and that it's clean. So all of this has to be done and maintained. And this is just to give you an idea of what it's going to mean to clean this system. Now, at the same time, when you're cleaning this system, there may be the contractor or the cleaner may identify problems with the unit. And also, this is only plastic. These items can be damaged easily. So we need somebody who really knows what they're doing so that they don't do any damage or do any harm. So if we, in the course of this cleaning, determine that if you have somebody who is the technician doing the cleaning, they can look for faults, they can look for problems, they can look for a lot of places where they could potentially spot problems before you even notice them. So that's going to be important to get somebody out there doing the service work on this, the cleaning and the service and the start up. So they will start it back up. And that's where you're going to need a technician if he's going to start it back up and check the overall operation. That's what we need to do to keep these machines running. This is something that isn't often included in the package of the installation. Something that's not often thought about by the contractor. But this is a whole different type business, is maintaining and servicing what these contractors are installing to keep these heat pumps running properly. So again, this is just a short introduction into what you need to do on a regular basis, on a yearly or every 2-year basis, to maintain your system's efficiency. So I will be talking later about a checklist that you can use to find a good contractor that's going to offer all of these services. And once we understand and we know ahead of time what these costs are going to be, then we can make a better determination as to whether we want a heat pump or not. So right now, I will bid you adieu and see you later. Thank you.